You are listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, and this is Breaking the Ice, episode 2 of the final season of the show, at least for the semester. I've got the regular crew and everyone making their debuts for the semester. Tanner Price was here last week. He's got the Rams hat with the Sharks jersey on.
The blue shirts.
The teal shirts today, baby. Mike 2, we got the Penguins fan, AJ Chasen. How's it going, for a season semester debut, if I do say so myself.
How we doing, boys? Good to be here.
And on Mike 1, the Devils boys will be sharing it. We got Daniel Lamoya and Devils fanatics himself, Justin Brady.
What's up? It's been a while, and the Devils still are not playing good.
So how much should I sing this episode, Daniel? How much should I say?
I mean, I would prefer none, but it is your show.
That's why I'm asking. So you prefer none? Okay, Tanner, how much should I sing?
All the entire show. We need to have a musical episode. Breaking the Ice, the musical. Breaking the musical.
Breaking the musical. BTM, baby. We can sing like the national anthem, and like what other hockey songs are out there?
Oh no.
The
The stadium chant.
The Bruins goal song.
We are Penn State.
Yeah, he's got it. Every time that plays in any arena, I do that. Even if I did it at Rutgers Ohio State game. It was President getting murdered, but
I did that at the Mets game against the Marlins that the Mets won in 8 innings.
Okay. That's not even.
All right.
good times. Good times.
That's not even. That was the greatest loss. That's the greatest game of all time, baby.
DJ Stewart.
It was 2-1 when we left the stadium. 2-1 Marlins. So
The final score 1-0 Mets.
No. We're not gonna pretend like that's how it ended.
Listen, it's gonna be in the books as a Mets W. So.
That's incredible. That's incredible. But we have a hockey show, everyone. So right now, 2 weeks removed from us coming back in, and teams are up and down all over the place. But I already want to just jump right in to the beautiful Pacific Division as we know it, because how else would we start the show without them? Vancouver's doing pretty solid work. 8-2 in their last 10 games. They're back up. Vegas is, they're doing okay. But let's really talk about Edmonton. 16 straight wins. Wagon. Team of the month. Forget the week. They've won every single game in the month of January. And the 5 games, they haven't lost since before Christmas. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, their first game was on this win streak was December 21st against the New Jersey Devils.
The last team to beat them, it was actually a 3-game losing streak. The Tampa Bay Lightning, the Florida Panthers, and the New York Islanders. Incredible. Last team to beat them was the Islanders.
All I got to say on this win streak is they have made me a ton of money. I have bet on Edmonton on the spread or on the puck line 13 of 16 of these games, and they've all cashed.
They've all cashed.
Love it.
AJ's making a bag off of the Oilers. And does anyone pick against them in pick'ems anymore? I haven't picked against Edmonton in pick'ems in
it's been a minute.
I did. I picked against them against Nashville, and that destroyed me.
They will.
I probably have, because why else wouldn't I?
We are last, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Tanner reaches for the stars and takes the Sharks every other night, and it doesn't work.
I hit
playing
my
tonight?
first Sharks pick'em the other day, I swear. My first ever Sharks pick'em I hit. First time I hit the Sharks. It was a beautiful moment. I feel like at this point now, every NHL team has some identity. There's 5 really bad teams, and then there's a bunch of teams that are and then goes up from there,
Yeah.
But Edmonton right now, we were talking such trash. I was talking such trash, and they have turned it completely around. They're now an absolute wagon. What? Oh, boy.
Yeah, we have some.
What happened?
What happened?
Breaking the ice news.
Oh. We got to talk about that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Me and Dale are going to make another post now.
Lap trap about
Of course, this has to break on the air. On the air.
I'm becoming like a foosball account. I'm done covering.
All right, ready? All right, ready? Let's hear it. You guys should rock, paper, scissors over this one.
Who
Let's
wants
do
to
it.
read
Let's
that
do it.
tweet?
I will read breaking news right now. Carter Hart of the Philadelphia Flyers, Michael McLeod and Cal Foote of the New Jersey Devils, and Dylan Dubé of the Calgary Flames have been confirmed as the remaining 4 players asked to surrender to London police related to the Hockey Canada situation in 2018.
Oh, that's not good news.
Yeah. And that opens up the thing now that why did the Calgary Flames put it as mental health for
Yeah,
Dylan
I did
Dubé?
see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I didn't want to speculate, but now that's confirmed,
disgusting.
I have no words.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah, that's trash from the organization.
Yeah, and we are going to get an update from the London Police Department on February 5th. They're going to put out a statement with more details about this. So, like,
February 5th.
Yes.
That's
That's
next episode?
That's next month. It's
Monday.
Monday.
Monday. Okay.
So yeah, we'll definitely have more details then to talk about. But like right now, it's really hard to just say anything, come to conclusions, assumptions. It's just not fair to do that right now. But we do know it's those guys right now. We know Alex Formanton. He turned himself in officially a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So now I guess the other 4 guys did the same. So or apparently,
But people did think that they could have been like asked to that they went on their leaves because they were going to they're trying to get more evidence for it. But now this confirms that these are the 5 guys that were involved.
Interesting enough, Formanton, I don't know if it was Formanton or his agent or lawyer, said, like, wait until more evidence comes out before you come to your conclusions. So I don't know how this is going to go at all.
Yeah.
You really don't know.
What did the Flames post?
Yeah.
Let me find it again.
It's kind of hard to. It's hard to talk about this now. It's now up to the police, their investigation. We'll see what they find. Hopefully, justice is served in one way or another. Even though one could have one's opinion one way or the other, at the end of the day, you're innocent until proven guilty. Due process needs to be served, and whatever the result is of this case is what it is. It's just unfortunate that this is a situation, and kind of have to be delicate and respectful to all parties in this, good or bad.
Yeah, it's a really tough situation. Definitely tough situation on, I guess, like the teams of for players, teammates, coaches, fans as well. We have to take that in mind. It's a really tough situation for the hockey world right now.
Yeah, it's not a good look on our game. It's not a good look on the sport as a whole. It's not a good look on the league that on the day that it came out that the London police were opening up the investigation that there are 5 players, that the NHL dumped a bunch of news in terms of the Salt Lake City expansion.
I saw that as well. Yeah.
Cray performing on All-Star Weekend. Like, that I felt was kind of insensitive. The Calgary Flames listing Dylan Dubé's leave as a mental health leave, that is absolutely disgusting for the organization. The PR team of the Flames really needs to now put out a statement, an apology, whatever it needs. Whatever. They need to address this because that's something that cannot happen. As a PR team and as just an organization, you can lie to the public, but you have to be respectful of the public. And you didn't have to put in there that if for a mental health leave. You did not have to lie about that.
The other
you could have
team
just said he's taking a leave of absence.
Yeah, the other teams did not say what it was
They just
for.
said they were taking a
They said
personal
they're
leave.
taking a personal leave of absence.
That's all you need to say.
Even if it was a mental health leave relating to this, keep that private.
Yeah, that too.
It's just such a sensitive topic. That just didn't need to be said because now it does look bad. Even if it was the truth, it's still bad.
Yeah. And whether they're innocent, whether they're proven guilty, either way, it looks horrible. Either way, it looks bad.
But
for them to put it as a mental health leave, it doesn't matter what the verdict is at the end of the day. It still looks bad.
I don't think this is the first time in recent memory.
Oh, it's not the first. It's definitely not the
teams or
last.
The NHL themselves have done something that is a bad look.
It's not the
Obviously,
first.
every league does, but it seems like the NHL in particular recently just...
Yeah.
Someone actually tweeted at me the other day because I tweeted how the Devils and Flyers Stadium Series jerseys go on sale the same day as the London Police press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So I tweeted about that, and someone replied to me and said, the NHL loves to look at the best possible decision and then do the complete opposite of it.
They're not wrong.
And I think that's pretty on brand.
That's not wrong.
On brand. So unraveling news, still in progress, still developing.
Still developing. It's still very early in the story. It sucks that there's names now. It sucks that it's taken its next step, but it's things that have to happen. Justice needs to be served one way or another. There needs to be due process. Whether these players are proven innocent, guilty, we'll find out. But we need to still remain that we still have the mindset that these players are innocent until proven guilty. The process needs to be taken out. What that needs to be conducted, and what the result is what the result is.
Yeah, 100% agreed.
And with that, back into the swing of things here. Oilers wagon, as we mentioned. Kings fallen off completely, but I believe still holding a wild card spot. Did they do good? Have they done good enough this season? Do you think they'll keep that? Or honestly, I think they look like the Western Conference Islanders, honestly. That's how I feel about them. What I mean by that is they're benefiting a lot from overtime losses as opposed to other teams. Like St. Louis and Nashville have the same amount of points, but they have 4 less wins. LA has 4 less wins. So they can only hold on so much.
Yeah, the regular season, though, it's about getting points every night. It's not necessarily about wins and losses.
Sadly, man.
That's why
Sadly.
That's why points are a thing. I think the Kings will be fine. There's too much talent on this roster for them to keep sliding the way they are. The way that they're playing, it needs to change. Whether it's a roster change, whether it's a change behind the bench, something needs to happen. Because at the end of the day, this skid and this losing streak, it needs to stop. You have guys like Drew Doughty, Anze Kopitar now speaking out to the media, trying to address their team through the media, which is never good. It seems like things are blowing up there, and they got to figure out a way to weather this storm. And for the Kings, I don't think there's a team that the All-Star break could have came at a better time for. In terms of let's take a week, let's hang out with our families, reset, come back, and hopefully get back to the hockey that they're playing at the start of the season. Because if this keeps sliding, it's looking dangerous for them.
They have been, just bad. Like, really bad at hockey. And they started off so promising.
Really bad at their job.
They look like a wagon at first, and now the Kings are just...
They switched places with the Oilers.
Yeah.
Fully switched places.
Yeah, the Kings had to be, maybe 15 points ahead of the Oilers at one point?
Mm-hmm. Where was it?
It's almost a generational collapse we're witnessing. And the fact that it happened so quickly, like, they didn't even last to the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys think...
I don't know.
That
started with the Islanders as well. The Kings lost to the Islanders in overtime.
Yeah.
And the Islanders don't win in overtime often.
It just kind of seems like everything goes
start after that. The day before the Oilers win streak started, the Kings were 13 points above the Oilers. They were third in the division, and they were only 6 points behind Vegas and Vancouver. And now they have 40 points then, and they have, let's see how many now. They have
54 now.
54. So they have just absolutely fallen off of a cliff.
They've won 2 games since the new year.
Yeah, and guess who one of them was against?
Tell us.
The Rangers.
Dude.
It just seems like things go wrong for them. A different thing every night, whether it's they can't put up goals, whether it's they can't defend in their own zone, whether it's turnovers, whether it's bad goaltending, whether it's something new every night for this team. And it's a hard thing to fix because as a coaching staff and as an organization, as the leadership, you don't know what you need to fix everything.
And for the Kings, since the Oilers got the team of the month, the Kings will get the schmucks of the month. Do y'all think now in this division, the way it's shaping up, Edmonton's on the rise? They have the same amount of wins as Vegas, with Jack Eichel being out till at least like almost March. You think the Oilers can make that push?
See, the thing is,
with him being injured,
the Oilers' win streak that they're going on is insane.
Historic,
but this is where we expected this team to be all like before the season started. It's not there. We expected them to be in this playoff spot, and they had one of the worst starts to a season we've seen. It was just an awful. Jay Woodcroft got fired, and they made the decision to bring Chris Knobloch in, and it's paid off for them royally. But this is also where we expected them to be when the season started, fighting in this division. So I'm not
Vancouver's
like
the real surprise now.
I'm not saying Edmonton. Now that they're in the spot, I believe they'll make the playoffs and whatever. But this is also where we expect them to be. So I'm not going out of my way and saying, oh yeah, because they're on a 16-game win streak, they're automatically going to the Stanley Cup Final. Because this is where we thought they were going to be. This is the team that everyone thought they were, and it's not. It's the same as if you kind of treaded water all season, where you maybe win because they've gotten on giant losing streaks where they have what did they have, like 1.9 games at one point, and then they go on 16 game win streaks. So I don't know, but congrats to them. But they're not like overtaking me as like this team is going to the Stanley Cup Final, because this is what I expected them to be.
I will say it's unfortunate that like their winning streak is like happening right when the All-Star break.
Yeah.
It could kill a team's momentum. It could either lift a team's momentum or it could really kill it.
And
that's what, you know what?
Their first game back is Vegas.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
You know what? The similar thing, you know who it always happens to? Same thing always happens to the Mets during the season. They go on this big
Why did you have to say
They go on this big winning streak, and then the All-Star break hits. It's like, come on, man.
And the thing about Edmonton too, they're 5 points behind Vegas with 5 games in hand. Like they're 12 points behind Vancouver with 4 games in hand. Like Edmonton, this streak couldn't have came at a better time, because they honestly control their own destiny in this division. They do what they're supposed to. They keep banking these points and these wins. They're gonna be like, they could challenge Vancouver for this number one spot. Like, I don't think the All-Star and the other team. I don't think the All-Star break could have came at a worse time for a team than the Vancouver Canucks. I really don't. I really do, because we're gonna figure out after this All-Star break if this is just a hot first and half run of the season, or if this is a team that's for real. I think they're for real, but
they have so much talent. They've had so much talent, and it's finally finally shown. But yeah,
a week in All-Star break is why All-Star breaks are the worst things in sports. But it's neither here nor there.
All-Star breaks are the worst things in sports.
Because they absolutely change seasons. They change teams' paths, and it's.
So where should they put it? Where should they genuinely put the All-Stars festivities? At the end of the season?
I just don't
have it?
I just don't like it.
Maybe like after the season, something like that.
After the Stanley Cup,
the Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
I guess like as like a celebration of like the season, like the best players from the season. Like it's like dumb how like 40 like you could play 49, 50 games and be an All-Star, and then like after that week you could play like trash and be like, I'll be still at an All-Star season.
Yeah, make it like kind of like a summer thing, like maybe like July or August, and give something like fans to look forward to. I feel like that it should be like that for all sports.
Yeah, but
the Pro Bowl's not in a bad spot.
But the players,
the Pro Bowl's in a perfect spot.
The players probably want, like, once they're done with the season, like if you were a player on a team, if you were like a player on the Sharks, say it's Anthony Duclair, whatever.
Yes, sir.
Why would you, like?
Is he the All-Star?
I don't even know.
No shot.
I think it's Hurdle or something.
Yeah, it's Hurdle. Yeah.
But that guy's not. He's not going to want to take time out of his summer vacation, out of the break that he gets, to go up and play, to go up and play in a 3-on-3 tournament and then immediately go back to it. So I mean, during the season, I like where the All-Star game is in the season. I mean, but it can wreck a team's season.
So now, with the Pacific Division wrapping up, we got the Kraken and Flames, Ducks, Sharks. Sharks are getting a little better when they're playing, but they're not doing too much. You know,
Roll.
What?
Roll.
He got the Burns jersey on.
He never
I believe, right?
He never.
Sharks play today.
So Brent Burns actually never wore this jersey. He was traded before the season, but this was still made.
But it's still made. So now we're gonna move on. Other Western Conference festivities in the Central. I would have to say that the Central Division is it's pretty compact. Like, it's a lot of teams that are pretty solid. 3 good teams at the top. You got Colorado 3 games straight. Dallas has won 3 games straight, and the Jets had a massive win streak too, but they calmed down. But the Jets, I didn't expect Winnipeg to be that good. They only lost 3 games in all of December. Then they went on an 8-game win streak, and then they lost 1. And they won 2 more, but now they've lost 3 straight. So for Winnipeg, but they still got a point in those 3 games. They crashed back down to earth a little bit. Next game against the Penguins after the All-Star break. In this division, did you guys expect these 3 teams to be here? I assume so.
Yeah.
But St. Louis is heating up.
A little shocked by the Jets. Like, if you were asking me before the season started, I'd be a little shocked seeing the Jets here. But obviously not Dallas or Colorado. Maybe I could see.
Are you shocked with Minnesota?
Minnesota, that was really it. They're
I feel like they're one of the more disappointing teams in the league this year.
Definitely. St. Louis is quietly good. They're in the race.
They've won 5 straight. They just played themselves right up in there.
Yeah, they've been good as of late. So we'll see. Maybe it gets interesting there. Maybe the Blues can.
They're a team I'd like to see add at this deadline. They're a team I'd really like to see make a big move at this deadline.
They could.
I can see it.
Who are you feeling? Who do you think?
I think
what will be a nice fit for the Blues?
I would like to see. I think they need a little bit more. I think they need a little more strength on their third line. I think they're kind of weak in the middle. I'd like them to go get a guy like Sean Monahan. He's a guy who could play. He could play on in their top 6 on the wings if you need him. He could anchor that third line if you need him. But I think on defense they're fine. Like maybe add a backup goaltender. But I think Monahan's perfect there.
They're for 1-5 straight. They had a little Northwest Canada America road trip, swept that, came back home, beat the Kings in overtime. They won 3 straight games, 4-3 in overtime. So against the Blue Jackets, you got to bet an exact score. Got to bet a 4-3 overtime win. You never know how long this streak continues. And the Nashville Predators also not doing too bad. They've been struggling recently, though, a lot. They've been very inconsistent, especially to end January. But they do play tomorrow on TNT against the Kings. Big chance for them to get back into things. The Coyotes have fallen off. The Arizona Coyotes have fallen from where they were. They won only 4 games in January. We might not get the Mullet Arena playoff game that we wanted to see so bad. Yeah. Hopefully we do, though. Yeah, I'm rooting for it.
But this is still a successful season if you're the Arizona Coyotes right now. Like, all you wanted to be was a competitive team. Just a team that night in, night out can give teams problems. And, that's what they are. Like, they're not a playoff team, but they're a team that come game 71, 72, 73, you don't want to see the Coyotes on your schedule. Because they're a team that you take them lightly, they can pop you.
Yeah. I mean, they've been doing solid work. Minnesota, though, they don't look good at all, really. And Chicago, without Bedard, what can they really do? Not much.
What can they really do with Bedard?
That's even a true statement. Because they've lost 4 straight games now. Last time they won was against the Islanders in overtime. They haven't won a regulation game since January 7th.
If they get Celebrini, too, that's going to be insane.
Listen, weirder things have happened.
It's true.
Weirder things have happened. But they have I believe they don't have any more games with the All-Star break. Their season's wrapped up as far as the first half. So the first half, Centrals, we really see the Blackhawks at the bottom. And then it's a competitive division, but Minnesota's not looking too good. And then the Pack is, as far as the wild card race out west, Kings, Blues hold those 2 spots, but I see Nashville definitely jumping Los Angeles.
Ooh. I don't know. If LA picks it back up, they use this All-Star break correctly, reset, they have just way more talent than the Predators do. I don't see Nashville making that jump. At least maybe for a night or 2, but I don't see them consistently for the rest of the season playing better hockey than the Kings. I don't. Maybe I'm just a little bit too high on the Kings right now. But
does Seattle have a shot, or are they cooked?
Seattle?
Yeah.
Seattle's much in the race. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're 2 points out of it. They're in there.
Which is surprising because a couple weeks ago we were saying, they might not make it, and they do have 10 overtime. Them and the Kings both have 10 overtime losses this season.
But as much as we don't like overtime losses, and as much as we
it's still
trash on the system, like at the end of the day, getting to overtime is that like it's how you bank points. And the NHL, like, it's different from any other sport that it's not based off just wins and losses. It's based off points, and any way you can get them is how you get them.
So outside of the Sharks and the Ducks and the Blackhawks, those are the three teams that are cooked in the West, right?
Yeah.
Any others come to really mind? Does Minnesota still have a shot?
They're so beat up, especially on defense. Like, I don't see it. I could see them soft rebuilding, like trading out like a Marc-Andre Fleury, trading out like one of their bottom sixers. Like, I can see them trying to, this season to last year, let's just reset for next year.
Yeah, I think that's fair. For the Wild right now, they're not in a position to win a Stanley Cup, in my opinion, at least.
Not a shot. No. So now we're gonna switch gears over to the Metropolitan Division. We're gonna begin with Blue Shirts talk. Tanner, still at the top of the division, 63 points, 2 points above the Hurricanes, but they've been struggling recently because they went 5 games in January. 5 games in January. Beat up on Ottawa though.
Yes, but this
NewYork.Rangers coverage is not happy.
Oh, jeez.
Not a happy man, not a happy camper, and I know Filipino's out for the season as well.
Yes,
with concussions.
So we had on Saturday, and I really wish this game also did not come right before the All-Star break, because they had. So there was a moment in the game where there was a hit on Tim Stützle by making his Rangers debut, Connor Mackey, making his debut. He put a big hit on him. Brady Tkachuk said, "I don't really like that." It was a clean hit, and he fought him, and Connor Mackey won the fight. And then the Rangers after that scored five unanswered goals in the second period, and then scored 2 late. And they looked kind of like they were back, but I don't.
They were back,
but I don't know. I don't know how much I bought into it, because the first half of that game they just looked sluggish. They're a team that gets a lot of opportunities, but no real opportunity, like no real scoring threats. They'll get shots, but they're everything in the month of January. I hope they just look behind and just forget it, because they were a terrible team in January. They couldn't score on the power play, and that's the only way that
You're saying they got lucky with their scoring?
That's the only way this team scores is on the power play. That's how they've been. Their 5-on-5 is not good this season, and you just have these losses that you can't be having. You have an overtime loss to the Sharks, which is just. You've Keandre Miller, who is playing the worst hockey of his career. He just looks lost out there. He's given the puck away every time. He gave the puck away in Ottawa that led to one of Ottawa's goals. He gave it right to them. It's just it might be good that the All-Star break is coming because they want to forget it, but also they had a win right before it. That's good. But also Filipino is now out for the season, and he was planning on making his return, which would have been a huge boost to this lineup. But now with the trade deadline upcoming, you gotta get a player. They need a center. They need center depth.
Who does Tanner want in New York?
I don't even know. People were like Sean Monahan. What is he gonna do for this team? He's not gonna. I don't know. I don't even really know. It's kind of
He's lost right now.
It's kind of a see where. I'm not going to say I really want this guy or really want this guy, because there's no one that I'm really is like this will change this team. It has to be the players that are in house right now.
Well, do you at least like the Stadium Series jersey?
I do. I love them.
They're nice. The Rangers jerseys are nice.
The Stadium Series jerseys.
Now, what about the other jersey? What about the Flyers jersey, the Isles jersey?
The Flyers one is just. it looks too
What's
much
the
like
worst one? The Isles one?
Isles.
one's
Isles.
usually the worst because
Yeah.
there's just no creativity
yeah.
put into it. The Flyers one, I like it, but it's just like
It looks like it could be a Flyers away
but
jersey.
it doesn't mean it's bad. And
No,
the Devils
no.
jersey, yeah, I like it. It's something different.
If I was ranking them, my ranking would go 4 Islanders, 3 Flyers, 2 Devils, 1 Rangers.
Yeah, that's my ranking
Yeah.
as well.
Because the Devils one is really nice. I just wish. I think it would have looked a lot better if the jersey was black and the logo was red.
Thank you.
Yeah, that would
That looked so fire. If
It
that was the
looked
case.
so fire, but the Devils, and me and Daniel get into a debate about this all the time. The Devils already have their black alternate jersey, which looks like absolute. All they did was put
jersey looks
across it, and script letters, and that was it. They called it a day.
But I could definitely see in a couple of years if they made like a black version of these jerseys.
So nice.
Those
Oh,
would
that
be
jersey
maybe do
jersey's
it-
nice.
Maybe you like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it. If you could even do like around like the red NJ, put like a nice little white outline on there.
yeah.
I don't know. Hot
He's
take.
grabbing the mic.
The jersey is beautiful. I don't
It is. It's so.
Thank you.
It's nice.
Anyway,
Justin's hand is in his nose.
the Islanders jersey is literally a carbon copy of the Predators jersey. Was it last season or 2 seasons?
The Islanders jersey looks like a high school jersey.
And not only that, like it's ugly. There's no.
It's a high school jersey.
It's almost as worse. Remember that Islanders jersey they had back in 2011?
Del Barton and Red Bank Catholic High School.
Oh, yeah, Islanders on the top.
Added number right below.
Yeah. Oh my God, those
It
are
was
terrible.
so ugly.
Yeah, those
But
are
This jersey might be
like
just
like
as worse.
there is a very easy thing to do to make this special jersey. Put the fisherman on it.
Yeah.
I know and people have their complaints about that
the
logo.
colors are good.
The
I
colors,
like
the colors are good, but also, you know what you could do? You could put Oilers on the same thing, and no one would be able to tell the
I
between
know.
the two.
I know.
It looks like an Oilers jersey. You have that. You have a look of the blue and the orange that no one else really has besides the Oilers. But the Oilers have the dark blue, and you just go with the same. You go with the exact same colors as the Oilers use. It's just there's like I do like how for the Rangers Islanders game it's 2 like word fonts on it, and for the Devils Flyers it's 2 like logos, but the Rangers want like I don't know, it just looks
No, it looks clean. It really does. The NYR across,
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah,
we
it's
haven't seen
different.
anything like
It's
that.
different. It's different.
And
Will
really-
he be DH gating?
And really, the red and blue, the red and blue against the white just it sticks out
Yeah.
so nicely. It's really nice. Great,
It's a
well done.
It's a sick jersey.
Speaking of the blue shirts, I know Tanner was very negative. I want to throw some positive in there. Can we talk about Artemi Panarin this season?
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean,
Oh my God.
since he cut his hair, he
He's
has been incredible.
no he.
Here's a
He-
2-minute
he's
Glaze
really
speech
on
on
a different
Artemi Panarin coming.
What'd you say, bro?
I said, here's a 2-minute Artemi Panarin Glaze speech incoming.
Here it is. Let's hear it.
No, he's been fantastic this
Like
season.
the morning
shed a
at
tear for
Krispy
me real quick?
Kreme, the glaze machine turns on.
Can you cry for him?
And I have the biggest regret of my life. I had of seeing Artemi Panarin in our fantasy league and not taking him. He was like 91st ranked
And you took
for some reason.
Who'd you take?
I mean, Jesper Bratt, I don't know. I took JT Miller and Quinn Hughes, okay? And they're top point getters in the league.
Hey, we'll make a trade.
No. It's the only reason. Those two and Mikko Rantanen are the only two reasons
Give
why
me
my team
Miller.
is
Give
afloat.
me Miller and Hughes. I'll give you McKinnon.
No.
I gotta know what would make you guys shed a tear on air? What would have to happen? What sporting event what would have to happen?
I got mine.
Well, let's hear
The
it.
Devils trade for Adam Henrique, which is actually seeming like a slight possibility of happening because the Devils have been linked to him for a possible trade. The Devils could really use him because obviously we know.
Could you?
Hey, Henrique is a good third center. Third line center. I think 2-way player. He can still score in this league. He's on his last year of his contract. I'll take him for a mid-round pick.
I saw someone was like Rangers trade targets. I was like, if Adam Henrique went to the Rangers, I would. Every broadcast would be like, look at what this guy did 12 years ago. I'd be like, I just want to watch this game. Although
I just want to watch this game.
Rangers Devils first round playoff series, Adam Henrique scores the game-winning overtime goal for the Rangers.
That's if the Devils even make the
Yeah.
Tanner, what would you be more annoyed at? The rate what's on a Rangers broadcast, them talking about what Adam Henrique did with the Devils, or the 15 million times that the NFL is going to show Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl?
Oh, Adam Henrique. No doubt. I respect the NFL. Smart marketing strategy.
Smart marketing.
It's a smart marketing
It
strategy.
is.
Smart marketing strategy.
It is.
I love it. But Blue
Listen,
Shirts at the
no,
top.
you know what? I hate the 49ers. I'm going to be blasting Taylor Swift the next 2 weeks. I want the Chiefs to win.
You want the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Oh,
I hate
So do I.
I hate
do
the
I.
49ers.
What?
So do
Yeah.
I have to root for the Chiefs.
Are you?
My dad's a Chiefs fan. I gotta be a good sport about it.
You know what? You know what I'm going to
Hang
have
Am
to
I the
do?
only one here that's rooting for the 49ers?
No.
You know what I'm going to have to do?
We're here.
You know what I'm going to have to do? Do the chop.
No, That's
no.
grounds for immediate termination of breaking the ice.
Okay.
Get out. He's off.
You did it at the Mets game. You started doing it at the Mets game.
The hockey writers, Daniel Moyes, doing the chop.
That was pre
Come on.
Pastrami medkit though. So
Guy is a Devil's press pass. He's doing the chop. That's crazy.
that was pre medkit.
If people that are listening, cancel this man.
Oh, but
Get this man fired.
we got the Rangers at the top. Carolina still holding on, 3 straight wins, holding on to second place strong. The Flyers have nosedived a little bit, 5 straight losses.
Yeah, and they're gonna keep those down.
Yeah.
But they just gave Owen Tippett, $49 million.
It's gonna be a nice deal, but
They lost their best player.
Yep.
Carter Hart. Yeah. Possibly the rest of the season. And he was having his best season of his career.
possibly the rest of his
And
life.
not only that, Sam Earson, since Hart went down, has not been able to stop a beach ball.
Beach ball.
He's been giving up 5-6 goals every night. So
7, 5, 6, 3, and 6. Yeah.
Similar to how the Devils are struggling without McLeod, I think it's even worse for the Flyers because the thing with the Devils is they've always had bad netminders the whole season, so they're used to it. But the Flyers have had very good goaltending this year, and now it seems like that script is flipping, and it's going to be a big challenge for them. So
Yeah, they had won 5 games. Now they've lost 5 straight games. And did y'all expect Owen Tippett to get a contract like that?
No, it's like $6 million. Like it's a phenomenal deal.
I think it's a good deal. I think he's only going to get better from here. I
Yeah.
think it's actually a steal by.
Yeah.
Dude,
If he
Florida
turns
got
into a
fleeced.
if he
Florida
turns
got
into a
fleeced.
point per game player, $6 million.
He will.
Unreal.
Florida
That's a
got
great
fleeced, baby.
That
That was
they-
the Claude Giroux trade.
Yeah.
How's he doing right now in Ottawa? You know?
Well, he's not on the Panthers, so he didn't get fleeced.
How is he doing it? Listen, they tried to win that year. They traded for Ben Sherrod as well.
How is he
Ben
doing?
Sherrod for a first-round pick.
42 points in 46 games this season.
Okay.
Pretty solid.
That's not bad.
Yeah, he's the
Zito tried to go
He's the
all
best
in
player-
on that 2022 season. It did not work out so well. But
And then
they
it-
proved last year you don't need
yeah.
to go
That
all
was,
in. You don't need to go all in all the time, or else you lose in the first round.
Yeah.
Shout out Boston.
Shout out Boston.
Shout out Boston.
But hang on. I gotta hear this.
Let's hear
Devils talk.
Devils talk.
Devils talk.
Oh yeah, the Islanders not doing so bad.
Yes.
Pittsburgh.
I
And 1 point.
Yeah,
The
I
Devils
don't
with it.
mean anything.
Is Pittsburgh one?
No, they're tied. They're tied in points.
They're tied in points. Okay.
Just Pittsburgh has 1 game in hand
Devils
on
have
the
lost their
Devils.
last 2 games, and yeah, let's
The-
ride.
Here's my very Cliff Notes version on the Devils season. They lost out on experience on the blue line, losing Graves and Severson, and I don't even necessarily disagree with them moving on. I think with their cap situation, their future, they had to, but that's just a casualty of that. Goaltending just completely pooped the bed, and
Shout out Nico Dawes.
Injuries have been so bad. And that could happen to any team, any season, and the Devils have just been decimated by injuries, which they had the luxury.
Need Antti Rantu.
They had the luxury of getting by last season with minimal injuries. I mean, the worst. Palat missed like a month, and then Jack Hughes missed like 4 games, and that was it. That was the extent of their bad injuries last season.
86 4 games.
Their list now looks like the list of our intramural wins. Like, it's very, very long.
long list.
And
Like receipt, yeah, understandable.
Yeah, like a CVS receipt, and it's just, it's unfortunate, but I don't think that's a fault of Lindy Ruff. I don't think that's a fault of anything. Like I said, that could just happen any given season. So when you combine that with the lack of veteran presence with the poor goaltending. I mean, it's just
also the fact that Lindy Ruff's last name is Ruff. Does that have anything to do with it?
That might have something to do with it.
That might have such
quick shout out. Frank the Tank has lost, I think, about 50 pounds.
Oh, Florida. I think it's like near 100. I think. I think so. I mean, he's lost. Yeah, good for him. Yeah.
Frank looks phenomenal.
Frank looks really good. On Clear State Alum, I'm pretty sure he's on WMSC at one point.
No way. Oh, that's too good.
He probably hosted a hockey. He might have hosted a hockey show back in the day.
He had this before. Imagine he was
the OG breaking the ice, breaking the tank.
Breaking the tank.
We're here at WMSC of Montclair.
All right, so I just want the people to know. So Daniel gave the Cliff Notes, just calm summary of the Devils. Okay. Here comes Justin Brady's summary of the Devils.
Thank you. Good introduction. All right. Well, I'm going to rebound off of what Daniel said. Yes, injuries are really been decimating the Devils this season, but it's fine. I'm going to keep on going. But yeah. I almost got into a fight because of that. Two old guys just walked right in between in my video. They were getting in the way, and I'm like, really? And I said some stuff to them. But we're going to...
Not as good as the...
Hang on. Let Justin talk. Let him talk.
Let him go. All
right. I believe great teams are able to overcome injuries. That's my philosophy. That's what I believe in. And the Devils really just don't have what it takes right now to overcome that. I thought they had the depth, especially defensively. You have 5 guys on the blue line right now who are 25 years or younger, and they look like they're playing like rookies right now. They're a mess out there. You have no experience out there. I like what Daniel added. Losing Graves and Severson really has hurt this team, in my opinion. It's been really hard with injuries, but I don't think it's an excuse. And I even think when Jack Hughes comes back in, let's say, 2-3 weeks, I don't think their issues are going to change. The defense is not going to change. The goaltending is not going to change. Even when Jack Hughes was on this team, those were still problems. And just because number 86 comes back into the fold, it's not going to change the issues this team has. The only way they're going to fix these issues is making some moves at the trade deadline. I really think that's the only way you're going to do it, whether it's trading for a goalie, trading for a veteran defenseman. They got to trade that. They have to make a move if they want to make the playoffs. I think you're not going to keep on bypassing with all these rookies playing right now on your blue line, because Brendan Smith is not going to be back anytime soon. I think maybe he could be back. I don't know. But Siegenthaler, broken foot, is going to be out indefinitely. Dougie Hamilton out until long term right now. It's going to be a really uphill battle the Devils are going to face. Thank God the All-Star break came when it happened, not for the Oilers, but for the Devils, because they were really struggling up to this point. So it's a well-needed break for them. Yeah, it's a struggle. They still cannot score the first goal in a game. That's the last thing I'm going to say, because I don't want to take up all the time. But they've scored the first goal in 13 out of 47 games this season. That's the worst in the NHL, and somehow they still have 24 wins this season. It's just, if they come out to games more faster and stronger, just get the first goal, I can't imagine what their record would look like.
Shout out that Sharks game.
It's not only that. It's the fact that out of those 13 games, Alex Holtz has scored 8 of the first goals. So a Devils player not named Alex Holtz has scored the first goal 5 times all season.
Incredible.
It's like 5 out of 4. What was it, 47? Something like that? 5 times out of 47 games, a Devil not named Alex Holtz scoring the first goal of the game.
Well, at least Washington's lost 4 straight, and the Blue Jackets are bad.
That's the thing, though. Like, it stinks that the Devils are losing these games because everybody else around them is losing as well. That's the kicker right now.
Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh. The Islanders lost every game this past week, so whether the Flyers or the Capitals. All of them lost every game.
So, it's going to be a race.
Pittsburgh got one win, though. I think. Penguins got 1 win.
Penguins are on the up.
They're on the up. They beat the Montreal Canadiens in overtime. They beat the Montreal Canadiens in overtime.
Wow, that is.
Wow. Hey, the Devils lost to them. Good job for you guys.
Yeah. So the Rangers lost to them in overtime in a shootout too.
They traded
the Penguins are better than both teams then.
Maybe.
Penguins traded Will Butcher.
We traded Will Butcher. AHLer for AHLer.
Where's Ty Smith right now? I'm just curious.
He's in Wilkes-Barre. He's in Wilkes-Barre.
Has he been called up once this year?
No. He's just playing on their top pair in Wilkes-Barre.
So first, one
and
more
he's
thing I'm going to
going,
do.
and he's going nuts.
I'm going to run
Ty
through,
Smith's just playing on the top pair in Wilkes-Barre.
we're going to quickly run through the Atlantic because, don't need a big spiel. Boston's still at the front, and they're pretty good. Florida's trying to catch them as hard as possible, but, they won 4 straight. They can definitely win that division, honestly.
I mean, good for Boston.
Good
I
for
mean,
Boston?
we thought that they might not be. They might kind of take a little bit of a hit, but they have not missed a beat.
Tampa played their way back into an Atlantic playoff spot. Toronto's right behind them. Red Wings right behind them. Then they fall off. Buffalo's not good. Montreal's not good.
Speaking of hang on. Speaking of Ty Smith, how is he not in the NHL over P.O. Joseph or Chad Ruedel? I don't understand. That trade was so stupid for him and John Marino. Keep going.
Well, I was talking about how Ottawa's not looking good, Buffalo's not looking good, Montreal's not looking good. Detroit's surprising people, genuinely. I think so.
Yeah.
Toronto falling off a tiny bit because Tampa's just on the way back up. But Toronto has 3 games in hand on Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Florida looks red hot, especially through that month of January. And Boston looks pretty good. I'm happy as a Cats fan. They look like they're doing the right things. They have an ungodly top 6.
Ungodly.
I genuinely think that. Yes.
Yeah. Is that the correct adjective? Ungodly.
Maybe not, but look, they have a top 6 of Rodriguez, Barkov, Reinhart, Kachuk, Verhaeghe. You know what I'm saying?
Evan Rodriguez, former Penguin.
Evan Rodriguez.
That's why they're so good.
He's been 29 points on the season. Assist merchant, pretty good guy. Verhaeghe has 24 goals. He's 50 points in 49 games, point a game. Reinhart has 37 goals.
No, he's awesome this year.
Dude, he has the highest shooting percentage in the league, actually. He scores more than 1 out of every 4 shots he takes.
Man, I can't wait to see the contract he gets in the summer.
I have no idea what it's going to look like.
I can't
But
wait to see
his
that
age
contract
being
he
considered,
gets.
does he get an 8-year deal? Or does he get 5 year?
What's his age?
Let me look.
If he goes on the open market, someone's
He is
giving him an 8-year
28 years
deal.
old. So
Someone's giving him an 8-year deal.
Someone's
He's
gonna give him.
28
If
years
Dougie Hamilton at 28 years old can get 8 years, I think he can too.
Reinhardt has 37 goals and 25 assists. He has 62 points in 49 games, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that qualifies for 8 years.
That's 8
year
years.
deal. Barkov's a point a game.
We'll probably get Nylander's contract at 10.5.
Kachuk just dropped 24 points in 13 games, so he's back to where he's trying to get. I hope they win the division.
I think the Panthers are the best team in the East.
Really, the best team.
So do I.
I think they're gonna go back to the Cup.
Let's go. I have support. I feel like what could they really work on? I mean, even the goaltending looks good. I would say just the defense, maybe.
Yeah, they probably could add another bottom 4 defense.
Right now, here's the defense. Ekblad and Forsling are the D1 pairing.
You're not changing
D2 is Montour and Nico Mikkola. And then line 3 is Dmitry Kulikov and Ekman Larson. And Ekman Larson's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Nico.
I would say the top team that they should be threatened by that we haven't talked yet about on this show is the Carolina Hurricanes. They are hot right now.
They're hot right now.
They are hot.
Yep.
They figured out their goaltending has been much better as of late. They look like a really good team right now.
Last year they dogged him though, so
I know. I was
sitting.
I was sitting comfortable with the Rangers in the top spot, and now it's Carolina's.
They're winning for the 4th year in a row.
Yeah. Philly's gonna
no hate against the Rangers.
No, yeah.
They're just so hot right now.
Philly's going to drop out of the playoffs, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to. Someone of the Islanders, Devils, or Penguins is going to jump into that
One of
third
them.
spot. They're just competing to get smacked around by the Hurricanes in the first round.
Probably.
That's what the season's for.
One of them will get smacked.
Gang,
by
real
one of
quick.
these teams.
let's run pick'ems for the day. It's only 2 games. This is real simple.
Oh my God, this is legendary,
It's
boys.
Blue Jackets Blues and Kraken Sharks. I'm rocking Blues.
This is like the worst.
I'm
like,
Blues
possible
Kraken. I'm
matchup.
Blues Kraken.
Blues
Straight up,
Kraken
Blues
for
Kraken
Connor.
it is.
Where you going?
Alex Daly's rocking Blue Jacket Sharks.
Oh, come on, man! How could he do this to me?
Let me
that
make
what you're
sure.
gonna
Let me,
do?
yeah,
I'm
he's rocking
going-
Blue Jacket Sharks.
I'm going with the St. Louis Blues, and we're rolling.
He's rolling. Put it in chat as well. Put it in the
Okay.
pick'ems chat.
Okay.
You know, 2
All right.
games, easy light work.
Yeah, we're gonna go with the Blues. We're gonna go with Seattle.
Blues Kraken.
Yeah.
That's the heavy favorites for the day. Let's parlay those 2 games. How much would you get if you parlayed those 2 games? Let's see. What are you going?
This is not a
you guys?
gambling ad.
I got it. I'm responsible. It's Kraken.
Blues Kraken.
Blues and Kraken.
So Sharks for Tanner, and then Alex is trying to pick up a swing game with the Blue Jackets. Blues versus the Blue Jackets. Interesting. Blue team's gonna win.
Where are we? Where are we in the standings?
Oh, the pick'em standings. Well, that's into the chat.
I know.
So
Yeah,
Daniel
tell the people.
429 in first, AJ 428 right behind him. I somehow came all the way back. I'm 427 now, so we're 1, 2, 3, boom. 20-point drop off to Justin at 407. Another 13-point drop off to Alex 394. Then a 22-point drop off to Tanner at 372.
Bro, Tanner, you might just catch Alex just on the fact
Tanner's gotten
of participation. Of literal
Can I
participation.
get like participation points? Because I think I'd be tired.
the last 3 games you've gotten wrong because you got yesterday you were 0 for 1, the day before that were 0 for 2. So maybe today he's looking to come back.
I did go what 12 for 14.
The other, you had a massive 12 for 14 day, but shout out Alex with 9 for 9 one day.
He went 9 for 9. And I got
That was the
can't
best pick'em's day of all time. There was almost a day Justin went 0 for 9, but he went 1 for 9. So just barely got it back. I was looking at all the Seattles in the chat.
You know what? It's only up from here.
It's
only up from here.
Let's go.
It could be. So now Daniel's gonna do. He's got 5 minutes to name every KHL team, every AHL team. Can Daniel name every AHL team in 5 minutes?
Do you have a list at least?
All right, let's pull up. Let me get the list pulled up.
I mean, the clock's running. I'm staring at it right now.
Can we help him? If he gets to like a point where he can't.
Is it just? Is it
What do
just
you
the
not
team?
understand if Daniel needs to name?
Tell me the NHL team. I'll tell you the.
Hang on, Justin. What do
Let
you
me-
not
that-
understand of Daniel
All
needs
right,
to name these teams?
All right, Edmonton Oilers.
Bakersfield Condors.
That's true. The Senators.
Belleville Senators.
That's true. The Islanders.
Bridgeport Islanders.
The Flames.
It's Stockton Heat.
Nah.
Calgary Heat.
Calgary. He's on it. Steph's a great fan of this team.
Calgary. Oh, I need a hint.
W.
Oh, Calgary Wranglers.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The Florida Panthers. This one is an interesting one because, Justin just got it.
Can I give him a hint?
Yeah.
Aren't they located in North Carolina?
They are.
Oh,
Oh, that was a good one. He still didn't get it off that. That's tough stuff.
That's a good hit.
Yeah.
He's got 3 more minutes.
He ain't gonna do it.
They used to be the Hurricanes.
They did.
Popular
Hang on,
popular
pass,
board
pass,
games.
pass.
Charlie
Think of
Checkers,
board
baby.
games.
All right. There's no affiliation for this team, but they're in Chicago.
Chicago Wolves.
Yes, sir. The Blue Jackets.
Blue Jackets are the monsters, the Cleveland Monsters.
Yes, sir. And the Seattle Kraken. It's a fire name for this team.
Oh, Coachella Valley Firebirds.
That's incredible. I'm a fan. The Colorado Avalanche.
Mikhail Maltza played for them. I know them, but it's slipping my mind.
AJ
hint.
loves this team, man.
I need a hint.
If you don't know it, pass.
The Colorado
All right, pass.
Eagles. Colorado Eagles. The Red Wings.
Red Wings are. Ooh.
This clock is moving, dude.
Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids Griffins.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, the Rangers.
Oh, Hartford Wolfpack.
Yes, ma'am. The Golden Knights. Oh, this is a great affiliate
Henderson
name.
Silver.
That's a great affiliate name. The Washington Capitals.
Hershey Bears.
Yes, sir. The Minnesota Wild.
First name.
Iowa.
Iowa Wild.
Yes, sir. Montreal Canadiens.
Laval Rocket.
Yes. And the Flyers.
Lehigh Valley fan.
I've been to a game before, swear to God. The Jets.
My mom's friend's family friend plays for them.
My mom's
I
friend's
forget
favorite.
their
The Manitoba.
Manitoba Moose.
Yes, sir. And the Predators.
First,
Minute and a half.
First name.
Milwaukee.
Admirals.
We gotta rapid
The
fire this.
Kings.
I'm getting. Ontario Reign.
Yes, sir. The Bruins.
Bruins, Providence Bruins.
Easy. The Sabres.
Sabres. Rochester Americans.
The Blackhawks. 1 minute to go.
Oink oink.
Rockford.
Oink oink.
Rockford Ice Hogs.
And the Ducks.
Trevor Zegers played for them.
Pass.
Slam Diego.
San Diego Gulls.
The Sharks.
Sharks. Shakir Mukamadulin played for them.
That if the Reds still in San Jose,
don't do the trick.
San
You
Jose
better-
Barracuda.
Yes, sir. 30 seconds almost. St. Louis Blues.
First name.
Springfield.
Springfield Thunderbirds.
And now the Lightning.
It's their time.
Syracuse.
Oh, Syracuse Crunch.
The Crunch. Dallas Stars.
Texas Stars.
Yes. And the Leafs. 10 seconds.
Wow. Oh my God. The Marlies. From
Yes, sir. And the Coyotes.
Coyotes. John Gillies played for them. First name.
Tucson.
Tucson Runners.
And the Devils.
Utica Comets.
And everyone, that's all of them he got. It's just one more. There's one more. The Penguins. Just one more.
Wilkes-Barre Scranton.
And that's them
Penguins.
all.
Ty Smith.
90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. That was Breaking the Ice. Daniel, with some help, all the AHL teams will be back next week for some great hockey coverage. So don't go anywhere, everyone. Peace.